He was 0-2.
He got a bye in the coming round.
Ah. Okay, that's the only 0-2. Got it.
Yeah. So, yeah, quite interesting. That all of the decks so far are so close, apart from that one Trickstar Sky Striker.
Yeah, you got to eke out percentage points somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, this will get more accurate as we head on through the tournament, but I just thought I would share that as...
So, like, overall, with the win rates, I remember I was looking at your chart earlier from, like, I think it was the WCQ in Europe.
Okay, yeah.
And Goki, despite winning, it wasn't that much higher than everything else. It's around like 55, wasn't it not?
Yeah, it was 59%. But yeah, so anything above 50 is like pretty good. Yeah, favorable, exactly. And with so with this, I don't think we're going to see quite a lot of extremes. Whenever you do a win percentage for something, you will generally see it goes like up down really really fast because it'll shoot between like 100, 150, 33 back to 75, and then as you get more and more games, it ekes towards 50. That's generally what matchmaking tries to do in a tournament. So, and then you've obviously got those players who sit above the norm and the players who sit below the norm. So anything above 50 really is quite strong, even by a few percentages. Just even like 51, 52, pro gamers, for example, even just at like 55% are considered immaculate. So for a deck to be up at like 59% is very, very strong. So even just like 1 or 2% over a deck, when you consider that that's over thousands of matches that are being played over the weekend, is a lot.
This is through the whole tournament against everything.
Yes, exactly. So it's, just 3% difference is maybe, 500 matches.
All right, so round 3 now. We've got a Dragon Duel matchup for you. If you're watching from the United States, you might recognize this guy, Charley Futch. He is the winner of this year's Dragon Duel WCQ in North America. And he also was in the World Championship last year, coming in second place to Ryan Yu, the previous Dragon Duel World Champion, who is now competing in the All Ages event.
Second place at the Dragon Duel WCQ from last year, not the World Championship, though, right? He lost in top 4.
Yes, no, he was third at the World Championship.
Yep. And on the other side, Hung-Wei from Taiwan.
Yeah.
It looks like Charley Futch, like most of the Americans, is on Goki.
I don't even think it is. Oh, most of the Americans, maybe.
Yes, yeah.
Canada is a little more fond of Altergeist, I think.
Oh, that could be true.
Speaking of Altergeist, that is what we've got for Wu. Charlie's going first. He had Rhoda and Instant Fusion. Pay 1,000 life points for Instant Fusion. Real interesting thing about the card is that it counts as a fusion summon, even though you haven't used any materials.
Yeah.
I've got to say, the Linkaribo Field Center looks adorable. I think that's what it is. It looks adorable.
It is the Linkaribo one.
That's from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, was it not?
Indeed.
From the Codebreaker Yu-Gi-Oh! Day?
Yep. It's pretty cool.
Everything's good so far. And I see Charlie's got that Tekedenborg. Ooh. I get nightmares every time I see it.
It's not that bad here, though. It's just because of Instant Fusion. You just have so many ways to summon it. I really think you can afford to play it now.
He uses it. And Dragonist to make MX Saber Invoker.
I'm going to detach from Invoker.
Gets you Suprex. I believe it's the only thing you can get in the deck.
Yeah, it has to be level 4 Earth.
Level 4
Warrior and
or Beast
Warrior, yeah.
And those together make Isolde.
Isolde going to do its thing. Well, first, the trigger from the Goki, actually, right? And then the Suprex from Isolde. And now Isolde's likely going to activate its effect. Bin the Divine Sword to special summon Octastretch. Looks like Futch is considering special summoning Headbat to keep the ball rolling.
Yep, there it is.
So activates effect.
Targeting Aqua Stretch.
Yep.
And discarding that Super X. Which I guess it's sent to the graveyard on Headbat. Fortunately, this is a particular deck where it doesn't really matter.
So it doesn't look like Wei's got anything to interact here unless unless it comes here, but if not, we may see once again a big Goki combo. Where is the correct time to stop a Goki player if you do have the various hand traps?
Whenever you can.
Whenever you can. So the first opportunity.
Stopping Isolde is pretty important because that one can do so many different things. It gets you a warrior, it bins the Divine Sword, and it gets you another Goki, which the Goki will typically get you rematch. So that one's pretty big. Firewall Dragon is also a big one. But it's usually whenever you can stop them. If you can stop Invoker and they've already used their normal summon, you're usually in good shape. So you usually want to hit either of the two starters, Invoker or Isolde. Or if your hand's good enough to beat them after they've done more, you can try to get rid of the Firewall. But
yeah.
It's usually rough because Goki now plays so many other cards to extend things between like Junk Forward, Marauding Captain. There's some playing Gilasaurus, Instant Fusion.
And Wei is now asking, he's basically saying, well, you didn't activate Nightmare Goblin's effect. And Charley actually hasn't used his regular normal summon yet this turn. He special summoned Junk Forward, special summoned with Instant Fusion, and special summoned Ketemborg. And, you know, special summoned Headbat as well.
It looks like things were cleared up. Next, we're probably going to have
together.
Firewall Dragon.
That's the Link 4 monster they play. I don't think anybody plays Griffin.
No. I was a big fan of that card in the beginning, but now seeing what... you just don't need it. I thought setting Imperial Order was the coolest thing.
This turn, you probably want to be setting something like Gozen Match. Or Rivalry or something. The combo continues for Futch.
At this point, do you feel like Charlie's safe from anything? Do you think he's just going to be able to accelerate through his combo?
I mean, he can accelerate through his combo, but the thing with the Altergeist deck, which Wei is playing, is you're okay with that sometimes. You just let them do their thing and then break it all up.
Yeah.
But you have to be playing the cards to do that, and we haven't quite seen how Wei is playing his Altergeist deck yet.
Yeah. This is actually our first Altergeist deck that we're seeing on live stream, is it not?
I believe it is, because we had the Paleozoic and Sky Striker before in round 1.
Altergeist just has a lot going for it. All their cards are pretty strong.
They really are.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have many, but basically every one of them is good.
Yeah, the only thing about it is that you have to play so many cards for your engine to really work. You need a lot of trap cards. You need multiple copies of the Altergeist cards. Like we saw, I thought the same thing about Goki, but Tasagawa's deck, or Hasegawa's deck, for example, is a good example of a Goki deck that doesn't actually need that many Goki cards to function. But the Altergeist deck gets rewarded for playing more Altergeist cards. That's a good reason why you typically won't see it mixed with something like Sky Strike or whatever else. Because it just needs all the slots.
You might be able to get away with... Like, I've seen some people use it as a deck with Scapegoat, but I think if you're going to do that, Trickstar is usually the way you want to go.
So, I have some information here that Charley is building the chain, and the players are disagreeing on the order that the chain was built. So Charley made Mermaid Chainlink 2, preventing him from using the Firewall special summon.
Off of what? Like, what was Chainlink 1 in this case?
I don't know. I'm just
is he
reading what Matt's telling us.
Firewall and... Firewall's Chainlink 1 and Nightmare's Chainlink 2?
Must be.
Because the only...
obviously some confusion here.
Yeah, well, first we need to figure out which effect of Firewall is being activated here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably the special summon of Firewall, as it so often is.
Yeah.
Not the
Add back.
add back.
Yeah, like you said before, Ibly is the card you typically add back.
Yes. So it could be a case of, his opponent thinks he activated the quick effect instead of the trigger effect, and is trying to chain a trigger effect spell speed 1 to a quick effect spell speed 2, which you wouldn't be able to do, but this seems more like just a communication issue thing than anything else.
Yeah.
Alright. Shuffle up.
So,
And get the draw off of the Nightmare.
but it looks like Charley didn't get to use the special summon effect of
The Firewall Dragon.
Firewall.
Oh, very interesting.
So the chain must have been built in such a way where he couldn't use that.
Yeah, I don't think it actually matters here, though, because he has Monster Reborn.
Yeah, just picked it up off of the
Off the draw.
Mermaid draw.
Yeah. So he can still just Goblin here, right? And then activate Goblin's effect. He still hasn't used the additional normal summon, correct? And then
Right.
chain Firewall to bounce back the Ibly, so he can still get that summon. And then there will be a Firewall trigger to summon a Goki, so I really don't think it matters.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any way you can build the chain to not be able to use it.
Yeah. Well, the judges are saying that he is forced down the line that he initially decided, which was the way that stopped him from special summoning with Firewall.
I'd love to know what that way
yeah,
is.
Unsure exactly how.
I'm getting bottom me forever. Okay, I'm putting this on the list of things that I'm going to research during the next dueling segment.
Yeah, along with the thing from the last game.
Yeah. I might be misremembering what the question was. It could have been something about, can you use Nightmare Goblin if there's... I don't know anymore.
Two monsters.
If the zones are
it's pointing at
occupied.
two
If
monsters.
zones are occupied, it might be that.
I guess that would be the same answer as if there were no zones at all.
Or if you activate it once to get the draw, but don't use the summon, but then summon another Nightmare Goblin, and you use it again.
Strange. Indeed.
Well, Goki rematch is up next. Why have one monster born when you can have two?
Goki rematch is so strong.
Yeah, I think that's really what enables the Goki deck to really just do anything.
Yeah.
Is that as soon as you search a rematch, you just have 3 materials off a single card, basically.
Just think of how Spiral would have been if they had a spell card. If Big Red got back 2 monsters, that would just be crazy good.
Yeah. They're going to normal summon the Ibly.
It looked like he chose not to draw a card off his Nightmare.
Yeah, I think he might have missed it.
I believe it is a you can effect, so it's possible to lose it. Well, life continues.
I'm racking my brain of how you would not get the special summon on Firewall, but
I've
I
stopped
can't work
thinking
it out.
about it.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it anymore.
I've had to flush it from my mind.
Okay, let's pretend it didn't happen.
Here's Trigate Wizard up next. Gets a very Scorpio effect. He's really thinking hard about this one. Is this the Firewall Dragon summon? Or is the Search? Search and summon in this case.
Gonna link away Goblin And Twist Cobra for Phoenix. Trigger the effect of Twist Cobra. Special summon Octastretch off of Firewall Dragon so that he can link Karibo above the Tri-Gate Wizard, completing its Tri-Link.
Link Karibo's so adorable. All the Karibos are adorable, to be fair. What's your favorite Karibo?
Curry Bandit, not close.
Is it Curry Bandit?
Yeah. And then
I love Karibo.
the only one I think that is comparable is Wing Karibo level 9.
Oh, the
Yeah.
one that looks like Breaker.
Yeah, I'm a big Breaker fan.
Looks like Am I thinking of the wrong one? Is that not
Is
the
that
one you
10?
someone with transcendent wings?
That's 10.
There's
9.
another one?
Yeah, there's a 9.
Yeah, 9.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
it was a manga promo.
Oh. See, we don't get this.
That's probably what happened.
Was it ever reprinted out or anything?
It was. I think we put it in the GX Legendary Collection.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes
That's
sense.
a big set. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
like a lot of people don't know that Gallus the Star Beast is a card because that's
Yeah.
where it was in
Yeah.
the GX Legendary Collection.
It does look like Breaker.
Yeah, but that one was reversed, where it was Europe only, right? It was one of the PSP games, Tag Force or something.
Gallus, yeah. Gallus was
Yeah.
was in a PSP game.
But yeah, I think those two hold my cutest Karibos.
Nice.
I don't know. I like Karibo Classic.
Classic
Like the original
Karibo, yeah, it's
Karibo.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
It's even got some neat alternate arts, like the video game one.
Oh
Where
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
that's a really
pastel
good
colors.
one. Yep, I really like that one. I think the I really like the winking winged Karibo too.
Yes.
That
I've
one's
got
solid.
one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cute
Yeah,
one.
that one's nice.
I'm trying to remember. There was like a weird OTK format where I actually played 3 Flute of Summoning Karibo and 3 Wing Karibos.
Now, Charlie has finally completed his combo. He's got everything.
Yeah.
And Wei is now up.
Reeling Karibo solid too, actually.
It is.
I'm now looking
having
for
the
Karibos.
the eye from Relinquished in the back of his head.
I didn't even realize that was
Is that
what that is?
until just now.
It's the
Is
eye
that
from
what that is?
Relinquished.
That's pretty cool. It makes sense too why when he's distributed, draw a card because of the ritual summon.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty cool.
Yeah. I think we can agree that all of the Karibos look pretty cool.
But Curry Bandit's the best.
No, I completely agree. Curry Bandit is super cool. And it was meta relevant as well.
For a short time, yeah.
Maybe I'll take it. I'm taking it. If a Karibo is meta relevant,
Sphere Karibo is actually,
for a
yeah,
day.
actually Link Karibo might be the most meta relevant
Yeah.
of them all, right?
Yeah.
After everything.
No, Sphere Karibo and Duel Links.
That's
Sphere Karibo,
the one I was
so-
going to say, and then I was
Yeah.
like, wait, there's not one, but 2 Karibos almost on this field right
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
between the field center and the other one.
What are you guys' favorite cards? Everyone knows that my favorite card's Trishula. What's your favorite card?
That's hard. That's very difficult.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I have like maybe 6 favorite cards, but they're like Trishula is my go-to.
I mean, for me, it has to be Battle for Artemis, right?
Bountiful Artemis.
Yeah,
for
cards that you
Artemis.
perform well with, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why for me, Breaker's a big one.
Okay.
Yeah, like I really like Breaker, Dandelion. I think one of my favorite cards that I didn't perform well with is probably, or like Substitute's a big one, or is
Yeah.
Shiba Warrior Taro. I love Shiba Warrior
Oh,
Taro.
yeah.
That guy's the cutest.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Overall, I think it'd be Artemis.
yeah. Right now for me, it's Ray. I'm a big fan
Oh,
of
she's
Ray.
great.
Yeah, I like that deck in terms of flavor. Like it actually feels like she's flying from Link Zone to Link Zone, or Extra Monster Zone to Extra Monster Zone.
Kind of have the transformation thing
Yeah,
going on.
And she's a ninja. Is she a samurai? She's a ninja.
Yep.
She's a ninja, and she's a ninja,
Yes.
which is cool. Being a ninja is cool.
We've got another. Looks like another judge call over here. Yeah, it could be one for conceding.
mm-hmm.
I have not
Possibly.
seen Wei's hand.
Yeah. It looks
but-
like that's it.
Yeah. All right, so Charlie takes game 1.
Yep.
Pretty stellar opener there for him.
Yep. But he does not know what way he's playing, right? Or he
That's
hasn't
right.
seen. So
he hasn't seen any cards.
for all we know, he doesn't know the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So what he brings in might change because he might not expect Altergeist to be what he's matched up against.
Yeah, one of the interesting things is there's very few players, and they're in such a confined space.
Yeah, so it's
And the
hard
t-
sometimes not to see what they're playing.
The
I understand.
temptation just to practice is so great that
Mm-hmm.
some players were talking about bringing fake decks to try to throw people off of the trail when they were practicing in the players'
between
lounge.
rounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I know somebody brought a Blackwing deck basically for that purpose.
Really?
And I saw him playing, and I was like, have I horribly misread the metagame, or is he just messing with him?
That's funny.
Just wait until White Dragon Abyss.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen?
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
For Blackwing.
Yeah, I'm a big Blackwing fan, actually.
Cyber Dragon.
Yeah.
For
Blue Eyes, Photons, and
Photons.
Abyss Actor, right? Yep.
That's a pretty good set. I saw some
All
of the,
sorts. All sorts of stuff in there.
one from the first 5 series, 1 character each.
I always love it when we do those. Like,
The Legendary Duels.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of those. I liked Duelist packs as well, but I think that the Legendary Duelist series has been like really stellar.
Yeah.
It's more fun. The thing with the Duels pack is that if you didn't like the character that the Duels pack was for, or you didn't like their cards,
Yeah, exactly.
then there was nothing for
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas if there's a bit of something for maybe 1 or 2 of the characters that you like, then
Yeah,
no, it's
well,
always
it
fun.
is a dual spec in a way, right? It's just a dual spec that explores multiple characters.
Yeah.
Duelists pack.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
in the OCG, I'm pretty sure they're just duels pack, like Legend Duelists, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Similar.
I think that makes all the difference with it. It makes
Yeah.
it really cool that there's either you'll still buy it because there's the characters you really like in there, or maybe there's a couple of characters you like in the Legendary Duelist pack.
And variety is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's
sure
the
that
big
we,
thing.
making sure that we see which characters people like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then give them more cards for those characters.
No,
I think those
definitely.
are really the keys.
yeah.
Definitely.
Well, a lot of fun though. I like playing with some of the Legendary Duelist cards.
Yeah.
I like the Thousand Eyes that we did for
Oh
Pegasus.
yeah.
the
Oh,
Eyes restrict.
That one was great.
Yeah. That actually became meta relevant for like 1 weekend in Europe. I don't know if you guys did that. Did you
Yeah,
get
the
that?
Yeah,
instant
no, it
fusion
was-
for it to block
Yeah,
monster
it
effects.
was also
Yeah.
playing the OCG for a while
Yeah.
with Link Kribo as an instant fusion target. That's pretty strong.
All right, so it looks like our guys are just about ready. And
Not quite yet, though.
not quite yet.
Not quite.
I mean, they do have to. Charlie has to side deck blind essentially.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
the matchup. And just
tell
guess
him.
at what he's playing against.
And the shuffling. There's a lot of shuffling to be done.
There is.
So let's see how good of a start Wei can have this turn.
You got
Pot of Duel.
Well, that's a dead
that
giveaway.
very quickly gives away.
Uh-huh.
That's
Also revealing.
Sphere mode and Ghost Ogre.
Yeah. Do you always want that card going first? Do you
What,
think you
sphere
just
mode?
want it as an option?
I wouldn't take them all out. I'd probably have one.
I think that in a deck like Altergeist, you're not. I don't think that the going first, going second thing is like it becomes a non-factor. You kind of forget that because you grind out the first few turns anyway. That the cards that are going to be good in the game, you're going to play.
I mean, it
Even
could
if it
just
is
be
a going second card.
Yeah, it could be a case like, so I go first and I set these traps. I can't really do a whole lot anyways.
Yeah.
So having Sphere mode in my
Yeah.
deck anyways gives me something to do next turn when I can start using the rest of my cards.
That'd be a
I
huge
see.
blowout, right? To be
Yeah.
able to like conserve your trap cards that you know that you like. If they have a big combo that they can play through, then you can sphere mode them and really get them when they're down.
The one notable thing, though, is Duality does lock you out of special summons, so Melisek
Yeah.
just has to sit there.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Pod Duality and Altergeist, unfortunately.
Neither am I.
I've seen a lot of people play 1-for-1 in a similar slot, but then again, that card also is weak against hand traps. Like, I don't want my 1-for-1 to get Ash Blossom, then I'm basically out of the game.
Yeah. I like Desires, though.
I mean, Desires is fine.
Desires is good. Charlie's comboing off again. He started with Junk Forward and Suprex.
Yeah. My problem with Sphere Mode, if they're able to combo off through my trap cards to where Sphere Mode would be good, I feel like a lot of the times I've just lost the game on that turn too, right?
Well, sometimes
Are
it
they
just
not
winds
able
up
to
in
put out
something,
enough damage?
No, because sometimes it'll wind up being like Nightmare Unicorn, Phoenix, Goblin, and that'll be what they have, and you can just get rid of all three at once.
Okay, I see. So you have enough interaction to sort of battle them from full extra linking,
Yes.
but they still have a few monsters, and that's when you want Sphere Mode, I guess.
That's the scary thing. Like their bad field is Goblin, Unicorn, and Phoenix co-linked, so you can't destroy them by battle, can't target with card effects, and they'll draw 3 cards next turn if you don't clear it.
But
That
it
makes sense.
and it would feel super bad for it to get sphere moded because because obviously the rest of the combo pieces you just tried to use are just got negated.
I see.
So Charlie is using his Nightmare Phoenix to try to go for one of those back row cards.
Yep. Look like it might be Protocol.
So this is the first time we're seeing the Altergeist cards. Tell us what's the kind of theme with Altergeists?
So Altergeists are a kind of a highly recursive theme. Their cards do a lot of searching each other out, and they are based on basic. They're a little difficult to describe. They're like cards that get into your computer system, and then just spring something nasty on you while you're trying to browse for files or something. So what you'll have is Altergeist Multi-Faker is their main card. It has the ability that you can special summon it from your hand when you activate a trap.
Yep.
And it, in turn, when it special summons any other Altergeist from your deck. And the one you generally get is like essentially Magic Spectre Kirin, but for Altergeist. So you play a lot on your opponent's turn, less so on your own turn.
Yeah. So lots of interaction.
Yes, that's the goal. And it's weird because it's trap cards, so you'd think that this deck wouldn't be good at all if you ever have to go second. But thanks to stuff like Infinite Impermanence and Evenly Matched, you can play traps from your hand during your opponent's turn and give yourself a way to trigger Multi-Faker on their turn. So even if they're going first, you can still basically get your deck going.
Yeah. Is that the dream? Being able to Infinite Impermanence something and then Multi-Faker down?
Yeah, get them with the Impermanence Multi-Faker on their first turn. That's good stuff.
I guess that's the dream.
So Meliseek, for example, that monster on the field, it can sneak past your opponent's monsters and attack directly, and every time it hits your opponent, you get to target one of their cards on the field, send it to the graveyard.
Yeah, and then what you're saying, it's actually arguably the strongest card in the deck, the strongest opener, because you just normal summon it. Also has an effect when it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a Altergeist card, right? So you just normal summon it, link it away for Link Repo, immediately search Multi-Faker. So it's just like drawing Multi-Faker, but you get the plus of a Link Repo and a monster in the graveyard if you want to use... What's the other one? The Altergeist Manifestation, right? That's the one that's sort of like a Call to Haunted.
And that's part of why I really don't like Pot of Desires, because if you use that...
Pot of Duality.
Duality. If you use Duality, you can't make that play.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we saw here. Like right now, there's a good chance that Wei could have been interacting a little bit more, but maybe he just didn't even have a trap card to activate.
And it looks like he's trying to chain block out the Firewall Dragon to stop it. Okay, so he's activated the Firewall Dragon. He's using it to bounce Multi-Faker. Okay, and then the quick effect's being hit by Ghost Ogre. And that's where you use Ghost Ogre, essentially. Yeah. So you really want to get that Firewall Dragon, get it out of here.
Doesn't that mean that you don't get to add anything back from Firewall because it's no longer linked to anything? It's no longer co-linked to anything?
No, because the targets are locked in at activation.
Targets get locked in at activation. Yeah, I must have been thinking of something like Ningirsu. I think that. Oh no, I'm thinking of
Ningirsu counts the number of.
What's the?
I
only remember
the World
his work.
Chalice that draws cards.
No, I'm thinking of. I can remember his work in progress name, but I can't remember. I can't remember his actual name.
Is it the Link 3?
No, the Link 2 that's Diagonal Downs, where you get to destroy one in one zone and then summon it in
Aurum.
Aurum. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I can only. I absolutely knew he wasn't called the name that we were calling him. Yeah. I think he works like that, because you've got to summon to a zone that he points to.
Yes.
Our resolution.
Or Ebe here, or sorry, Ibli. Was Ebe, now she's Ibli. If, say, they played Geometry or something and filled the zones next to her so that you couldn't summon to where to point to her, then you wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, it's all very interesting, the extra mechanics that come along with Link summoning.
It's something you didn't really have to think about for years, where the cards are actually placed.
Yeah. I know there was kind of, everyone was worrying that, the players would just not be able to get used to putting cards in the right zones, really sticking to it, but I think everyone's got used to it really quick.
I think Infinite Permanence helped a lot. I feel like that's the biggest one, yeah. Now people are very wary of what zones they put things in.
Yeah.
And field centers are such a cool accessory that it makes it pretty easy. You get one of your favorite cards on something that you get to sort of have, because we're restrictive on what cards you can use as tokens.
Yes.
Yeah. So you just get one of your favorite monsters on a field center. And you could definitely expect more field centers in the future. It's not like we're going to stop making them.
Yep. I've got a Nightmare Unicorn next. Oh. Ooh.
Scapegoat's a good one.
That's exactly what you want him to hit with the Unicorn. So he is using the Scapegoat version of the deck. It looks like those are Hippo Carnival tokens.
They are amazing tokens. That's what they are.
It's the Kaiba Hippo Carnival.
Yeah. It's Kaiba Corp's annual Hippo Carnival. He's harsh to his employees all the rest of the time. He's got to put something fun on for them.
Yes, and the Scapegoat does not go back into the deck in this instance. Activated cards will still be destroyed, can't be returned to the deck.
Oh, I love Hippo Carnival. It just looks so funny.
Hippo Carnival was close to being very good, I feel like, at one point in Burning Abyss, right?
Super Hippo Carnival, the
Super
one that
Hippo
summons
Carnival.
Hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was useful in Burning Abyss and Phantom Knights.
Oh, Soul Charge. That's a good one.
That fixes a lot of problems.
Especially bringing back Firewall. Ooh-wee. That's rough.
Man, that's a real backbreaker.
Understatement, yeah.
Like right after you flip your Scapegoat in response to Nightmare Unicorn, I'm getting all these cards back.
At least you know they're not going to be able to battle over all of the tokens.
That's true.
That's
I'm not
one-
going to battle over any tokens.
Nope. Looking on the bright side. He's having to fold the sheet of paper. It's bigger than he is.
It looks like he's going for 4. And it's certainly a matter of where to put them. Do you maximize Fireball Dragon's co-links? Or try to just extend the amount of zones you can summon from your extra deck in as much as possible? And it goes from 4 to 5 targets.
Wow. That's a lot of life points being spent. Usually, though, Soul Charge is worth it.
So it looks like he's trying to set up his general final board here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard not to after
Yes.
that, though.
That was the change from when I was just playing the regular Goki deck to the Goki Sky Striker deck. It's because I kept drawing Soul Charge and losing anyways. It's like there's something wrong here. I need
Yes.
I need to upgrade.
Yeah, Soul Charge is definitely a good one.
You know there's something wrong when you're drawing Soul Charge and not winning.
It's tough unless they can really bite into your life points so that you can't Soul Charge effectively.
Even just Soul Charging for like 1 or 2, though, when it first came out, was just ridiculous.
Oh, you could have 3 when it first came out.
Yeah.
It was a little easier to use them for lower impact plays throughout.
I played it in Infinity.
Ugh.
I remember the first deck I built when Soul Charge came out was this silly deck with Mathematician Carbonet on. And Dragon Ruler cards, because those were still legal, and then I had some hands in it, but my bread and butter combo involved Mathematician, send Carbonet on, banish it for Labradorite, make Gothams, launch it, and then Soul Charge back the 3 monsters to Gothams them 2 more times. And then if you drew Dragon Shrine, you could do a Tomb combo and make a Draco sack. It was actually a pretty cool deck, but it just
It
wasn't
sounds
as good as
awesome.
the other decks. Yeah.
Sounds awesome, though.
It was definitely fun. I love Mathematician, and I feel like Carboneton's one of those cards that didn't never see too much play, but it could have. It was one of those cards that sort of counts as 2 materials.
Yeah, a lot of the Dragons of Legend and Battles of Legend cards are like that.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff that this was on TV, it was cool, but it's not the most memorable card. Like Living Fossil.
yeah,
Living Fossil is memorable for its art and not much else, but it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Stuff like the Time Lords, Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser is another card that's
Curtain
exactly
Raiser's
like that.
so good.
And that just takes time.
Like cards like Curtain Raiser were still holding on to Pendulum. Still making that deck, dude. So once again, we see Extra Link being performed here by the Goki deck.
you can still use one of the effects. Trigate was it right? Banish one of the tokens,
Yes.
so you can at least get rid of one. Has he used the Firewall either?
No, it's fresh to the field.
Yeah, so if you want to, you can actually either do that or just keep it up as a defensive option.
The neat thing is, if he's planning to just link away the Fireball Dragon, there's no reason not to just use it before you do. That effect is once while the card is face up on the field.
Yeah, if he actually special summons a monster here and he wants to, he could bounce away 2 tokens and Cerberus away another one. Oh,
He does not use it. It links it straight away.
Possibly forgot about its effect.
We're sure we didn't miss an activation, right?
I think so.
Not entirely certain.
Yeah.
And there are long periods of thinking from time to time.
Yep.
And there's another, in fact, there's a question coming up right now. And I think the question is, have I used Suprex yet?
Suprex or Twist Cobra?
Twist Cobra. Yeah, verifying he didn't use Twist Cobra already.
I don't believe he used it this turn.
Everything went blurry after the soul charge.
Yeah.
It usually does. Not for just one of the players, but for both.
That's one of the things that, like, it's good to have powerful cards, but when a card creates too much new information for players to just try to integrate into their brains and then act on, it can be not the greatest.
That's how I feel about Cyberjar. That's
Yeah.
that's the one card that I'm usually fine with Soul Charge and all those other cards, but Cyberjar always gives me a headache.
And it's not just because of the Battle Pack incident.
No, we're not going to talk about that YCS.
Oh,
We don't
come
talk
on.
about
You
that.
can't say that. What? Please tell us about the Battle Pack incident that involved Cyberjar.
I just don't think there's many people who've lost in a YCS top 4 to Cyberjar.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think it was
Probably not.
legal during the YCS
But I'm
era.
on a short list, I'm sure.
Is that what happened? That's rough.
That's why we don't talk about it.
Swiftly moving on. So Wei here is having a think. I don't think there's much to think about at this point. He's not. Well, yeah.
Yep.
So he managed to keep all of his tokens, and I think that's Muleseek.
It is.
So he's going to be able to do some direct damage. If he played United, we stand on the Muleseek and attacked, he would win. But I don't think that's a common card in Altergeist.
Let's see.
Oh, he's
Infinite
attacking.
Impermanence.
Yeah, so now he's attacking Link Revo to get it tributed. So we can get that, that
Trigate.
zone cleared out.
Yeah. It's actually great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Are they not be able to destroy by battle, though, because of the co-link? Right?
Yes.
It's one of the nightmares, so he can just let it go through and nothing happens.
Yes, but you have to try. You have to get him to make a mistake.
Yeah, I like that. That's very heads up.
And, you know, he's only got 3,000 life left. If you can just keep dropping Meloseeks and blocking,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's going to stop all of that.
Just going on the offensive.
So yes, Charlie did indeed not tribute Link Karibo,
Losing more and more tokens.
and time has now run out in the match.
So now Wei is fighting for a draw while Charlie's fighting for a win, but there's a large life points disparity because of the soul charge, and Scapegoat didn't help, because that basically blocked a full turn of damage.
Yes.
So Charlie basically has one more turn, actually, to do the difference, whereas Wei just has to sort of block out things for a turn and then maybe try to make up the difference the following turn.
And it looks like Charlie's going to try to... so Trigate Wizard has a number of effects, and one of them lets a monster that it is linked to deal double damage, I believe. When it battles a monster.
Yep.
And there's a question now on whether that effect was used, and if so, what on. And we're sorting it out right there. Step one is, of course, to get the text of Trigate Wizard. You can see it there at the bottom of your screen, or maybe not.
There's a nice McDonald's logo over it.
Yeah, the broadcast
our-
is supported by
Yep, McDonald's,
Intel,
and Galleria.
Galleria Game Master. The only one I don't know is Galleria Game Master. I think it's a. I was told beforehand that it's some kind of like gaming cafe in Japan.
Oh, interesting.
It's awesome.
It's a series of gaming cafes.
We are
Yeah.
thankful for their support.
Yep.
Yeah, very much so. I wish we had more PC cafes in the U.S.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something we don't really have in the same way.
Yeah, it's huge in. I've been to China as well. It's huge in China.
Yeah, and
loads of
Korea,
them.
yeah.
In Korea, yeah.
All right, so we've got the text to Trigate Wizard, and it's just a continuous effect. If a monster co-linked to this card battles your opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. So it's not something you have to activate. I also think of Encode Talker's ability that you have to activate to add the attack points onto something else.
Yeah.
That could be
I mean, told so Charlie misunderstood Trigate's effect. That the double is applied to what it's co-linked to, not any co-linked monster.
Ah, I see. So he may have sequenced his attacks incorrectly.
Yeah. That may make all the difference here. If Wei is able to block enough attacks during the following turn.
It was what, 0, 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Yep.
So
And
this is
Tom's
still Charlie's
called-
0, right?
I think Charlie's 1.
On this turn?
I thought it was called on Wei's turn.
Oh, really? Oh, I misunderstood then. I thought it was on Charlie's.
So Wei would basically just have to survive one turn
Yeah.
with no damage, but that the Trigate makes it really difficult.
Yeah. All of its effects are relevant.
Yes,
you can
all
negate
of them.
whatever, get rid of a monster, and deal double damage.
Yeah. Trigate is very strong.
I think what you'd need to do here is you'd need to bait out the Trigate with something while having, an Altergeist face up on the field and drop Conquery from your hand, because I think its defense is bigger than all of these.
2400?
2400. Because this field tops out at 22. So there's a chance.
So various translations and things. Yeah, there's a translation from Ilseek.
And presumably its effect is getting negated. There's no reason to on your own turn, let him have a search.
Translations are always all very fun. Trying to go from like one language to a common language to the other person's language.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular is very challenging with the different ways that it uses language.
Yeah. Most of the time, the term library is quite consistent in the other languages, just like it is in English. But
Deck?
still, it doesn't doesn't help.
Deck?
The term library,
Oh.
like all the different things. The way that cards are written. So like
Yeah, he's
like,
talking about-
Lexicon.
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 Is that what you would call it? Okay. The lexicon.
Lexicon.
Is that the real word for it?
Yes.
Okay. The lexicon.
It's the most accurate word you could use, I guess.
Is it? I was like
Yes.
term library.
The lexicon is it's basically the catalog of words used.
Oh.
The lexicon, for example, library may be among them, but it's less accurate than lexicon is. If we're going into
See,
lexiconception there.
I'm
for you.
learning so much. So, the lexicon.
Collections
in,
of things often end in con, like Necronomicon or lexicon.
See, I should just come commentate with you guys. I'm learning so much.
He doesn't even know which of those things I made up.
What? No, I know what a Necronomicon is. What was the other one?
It's a proper noun, not an actual word.
What? Really? I feel like I'm being trolled at this point.
A little, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, back to the point that it's,
Maths.
Yeah,
Maths, not
not,
language.
not so quick maths.
How are you
either.
with maths?
Oh, no. I agreed right from the get-go. I would never do math on live stream because I always get it wrong.
You're
As
the
you give
stats
us,
guy.
as you give us the stats and the win rates.
No, that's more statistics, not like pure maths.
We're getting back to this lexicon thing where what is a math?
No, there's a difference between pure maths and statistics.
Okay.
Definitely a difference.
And
Can you, yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, we're
I'm
waiting.
What? Oh, the difference?
Yes.
Oh, well, statistics is more about like probabilities and all that kind of stuff. Pure math is more like algebra and calculus and those kinds of things. which I would happily do off stream, just not on stream, because that would be a bad idea.
You wouldn't label probabilities under the pure maths? Or
Prob-
statistics
probably-
under the pure maths?
No, it's definitely. I definitely think it's a separate branch of maths.
How about addition and subtraction? Because we're getting some of that on
That's
screen
pure
right
maths.
now.
That's
Okay.
definitely pure maths.
Good.
Which is why I'm not going to try and do
I
it.
love Yu-Gi-Oh! I want Yu-Gi-Oh! To only contain the purest of maths.
Well, then I got to get rid of all my statistical calculations tools.
Yeah.
No hypergeometric calculators for you anymore,
Rip.
Jerome. Oh, man.
We're not allowed to add. Well, you're only allowed to like add up the number of times cards have been used to work out, you know, all the things like future card releases and unlimited lists. No more. None of this statistic stuff.
I have to feel it with my gut,
Yeah.
not think it with my brain.
Yep. That's what's got to happen.
That's a Billy Break answer if I've ever heard one.
If you can feel it with the Billy Belly, which I also
The self-proclaimed
was,
one.
self-proclaimed, yeah. Then that's what he goes with.
Well, he's going to be back with some more Duel Links.
Yeah, I love
Fairly
hearing
shortly
Billy talk
after
about
this
Duel
goes.
Links. He's
He
got
loves
such a
Duel
fire
Links.
for that game right now. Yeah,
And he gets
it's great.
pumped for it too.
Yeah,
And I have to stop myself from playing Duel Links so that I can make sure that I'm totally focused on
yeah.
the current game and development.
I just couldn't play Duel Links anymore because I was so addicted to it. I would be getting up in the middle of the night to beat my standard duelists and stuff. It's just, it's too much.
So,
I unfortunately have to live that line between them. Yeah, I do enough with both that it's kind of hard sometimes, but I love it. Yu-Gi-Oh's great.
Wu's up. He's got 4,100 life points left. Has to maintain a 1,300 point advantage.
So it was 0 on Charlie's then, right? So it's 0 and then 1 on Wei's, 2 on Charlie's, and 3 on Wei's.
Still unclear. I do believe that
if
Wu only has to survive one turn.
Yeah, but I don't think it actually matters because as long as Wu can survive this turn, it doesn't matter because either he gets the next turn or Charlie gets the last turn. It's not like Wu's going to be able to do damage apart from the Mulisi, but yeah.
He's attacked directly with it and is now activating its effect, but that effect does indeed target. I think we're back to Charlie's turn now.
No, I think
No.
we're attacking. Oh no, it is Charlie's turn. Okay, but is this the main phase 2 of Charlie's turn, or is this the? Wei had to have had a turn, right, to summon
Yeah,
the
the
Melisseek. Yeah.
Yeah, and he did attack for 500, so we're at Charlie's turn. He's banishing Melisseek, the Trigate Wizard.
Yeah,
And
then
Wu flipped up Protocol to negate it,
Mhm.
and it looked like Charlie told him he couldn't.
It flipped up impermanence or protocol.
I think it was impermanence.
Was it impermanence?
Yeah, but
Alright.
but
Yeah.
the monsters can't be targeted because
Yeah,
of Goblin.
the Goblin, yeah.
Yeah.
This match has been a long match.
Oh, see, wait, what?
Charlie is pointing vociferously at something.
Yeah, the set card. The card that gets set off of. One of the Altergeist cards sets a card from your graveyard, right? It's not Melisseek.
No, it's Marionetter.
He just
Okay, yeah.
attacks everything, and that's it. Yeah. Okay, so Charlie wins with a 2-0.
It's a 2-0 victory, but it was a bit of a winding road to get there.
Yeah.
Bit of an understatement there. Quite windy.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Wei basically Scoops Game 1 did conceal information,
Yeah.
but I don't know that it did a whole lot of good.
No.
It's like, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But it's such a strange thing at this particular event when you have so few games. Like, how many of them are you willing to sacrifice for something that might not even help because your opponent already knows what you're playing
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of the whole closed environment?
I must say that was the first time seeing Altergeist. I wasn't so impressed with with what happened.
He didn't summon Multifaker once, did he?
Exactly.
He never drew multi-figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was part of it. Honestly, it all came down to him activating Duality. Did he?
Yeah.
I don't even think he grabbed Melisseek off Duality. So he might have just been better off normal summoning Melisseek, linking away for Link Karibo.
Yeah.
and just going from there. But
yeah, I believe he picked up the Ghost Ogre with Duality.
Yeah,
So
but
it's a
he
bit rough.
didn't have the opportunity to do that because he was playing Duality anyway. He wouldn't have been able to just summon.
Oh, I'm just saying you
mean
just
without
don't play
playing
the Duality. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. That may have been better. Well,
Like that's why I don't play
Duality at all.
Duality.
Yeah.
Not the most popular card. It's usually just a one of if they play it at all.
Yeah, playing the full 3 copies in this. Oh no, 2. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm actually not certain how many cards he actually put in his deck to break up the Goki boards once they were formed. That's the point of playing these decks, is so that you can go second and still break up whatever they did and leave them with nothing. But I'm not really seeing a whole lot.
Yeah, but as you said,
done in that case,
multi-faker was not seen. So
yeah, and that hurts as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see the deck basically do its bread and butter. The reason it's so powerful, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's it for this round. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be back with Duel Links very soon with the other guys, and then we'll be back after that.
yeah, maybe we'll see Altergeist do their thing next time.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.